everyone, it's Nurse Ange-Aimee. Today I'm going to do a brief overview of what to do for your first start of care visit. So you've gotten hired by the home health agency and they tell you, hey, we have your first patient for you. What do you do next? The first thing you want to do is to make sure that you look at the discharge paperwork so you're fully prepared for the visit. For instance, if they're being sent home with a PICC line or if they have a wound care, you want to know these things so you're prepared. You also always want to have your basic supplies such as vital sign equipment, basic wound care supplies such as gauze or gloves. And then each home health agency is different, but typically they will give you a book for consent forms, which will have a copy for the agency and then a copy for the patient. So then what you're going to do next is you're going to look over the discharge paperwork and then call the patient. Typically the case managers explain to the patients why they are receiving home health, but there are some cases where the patients will still ask you, well, why am I receiving this? So you do want to look over the discharge paperwork so you can better explain to them why they're requiring home health services. Also, you want to typically schedule between 24 to 48 hours. This will be the patient's preference. However, because some patients may want to be seen a little bit after that, that is completely fine. You just notify the home health agencies that this is the patient's preferences to be scheduled at a later date. So then the day of, you're going to call the patient and remind them of the visit. You're going to make sure you have all the equipment and supplies that you need before leaving your home. You want to typically give them an hour gap just in case something happens while you're driving. So if you're planning to be out there at 3, you want to say I will be there between the hours of 3 and 4. So that way they don't assume that you're late. Okay. So then you've scheduled, you're on your way. First thing you do, you want to make sure you're very respectful when you get there and respect their home environment. Greet everyone there. You want to make sure that the patient is capable of signing their own consent forms. If they are not, you want to make sure that their POA is available to sign consent forms. I like to start consent forms before all else because this is where they are giving you consent to start treatment in their home. So you go over each one of the forms and you explain it to them and then you have them sign it. This education on how to properly sign the consent form should be done during your hiring process. During the process of the consent forms, you will be doing a home safety evaluation and an emergency care plan. What that basically is making sure that the home is safe for the patients. For instance, if they're using a walker, you notice that there's a lot of clutter in the home. You want to educate them on that because we all know falls are very dangerous for patients. Also, if they have oxygen, you want to make sure there's no smoking materials in the home and there's a sign on the door, things along those lines. The plan will give you the checklist, so it's not something that you need to memorize, but you do want to make sure that you're checking over all of the boxes. So you've signed the consent forms and then you did your home safety evaluation. Next, you want to do a thorough head to toe of the patient. You want to take their vital signs, listen to heart sounds, lung sounds, make sure that they don't have any wounds. For instance, a patient who's diabetic might not know they have a wound on their foot, so this is something you really want to check over. And then you look over their medications. You want to check the expiration dates, make sure the discharge medications match up with the medications that they have in their home. Make sure they're properly educated on how to take their medications. If, for instance, you see something that the patient was supposed to have based off of their discharge paperwork and it's not in the home, you want to educate the family and the patient that they are required to be on this medication. A good example would be a medication taken for a UTI, so an antibiotic. So you've done the consent forms, you did the home safety evaluation, you looked over all of their medications one by one, and you did a thorough head-to-toe assessment. While you're doing all of this, you should have a form where you can write out all of this information such as the vital signs, anything abnormal that you see, all the notes. This is typically what you will be handing off to the case manager after the visit. And then after that, you want to explain to the family what's going to take place next, which is the follow-up nurse will be scheduled, and then whatever you recommended, physical therapy, for wound care, things along those lines. You want to let them know that the visits the office will start to schedule those things, and you go from there. And then also you want to make sure that you leave the booklet with the patient, so that way they have the name and the number of the agency should they have any questions after you leave. I would not recommend to give your cell phone out because it's very confusing, and they should be able to reach the agency instead of you, just in case they call you when you're off or things along those lines. And then you turn in your paperwork to the case manager and you go from there. I hope that explained, and it was kind of like a brief overview, something good to watch right before your first visit. Don't be afraid, you're gonna do great, and please leave feedback and let me know if you have any more questions. Bye.